Hey guys, it's your girl Luv. Thank you so much for joining me on Luv N Laughs. I have a sexy, fantastic guest with me today, Dashius Clay.
Yay! Insert applause.
Hi, hey. I know you. Who are you?
I am Batman. No, I'm just
And I'm Robin.
I'm just your neighborhood friendly artist. That's all. I'm Dashius Clay, artist, producer from Colombia, living in Miami, and just living life to the fullest every day. That's it.
How'd you get into the industry?
My whole family is like musicians. So like if I would have been a doctor, they would have hated it. You know,
Really?
I had he's usually the opposite, but like everybody like kept throwing instruments in my face, like, nah, dance and play the piano, man, or play some drums. Or so like I like by just force, I got into it and fell in love with it. Like once I really started seeing the impact that it made on people. Well, like to be honest with you, I started being a rapper because one of my friends got all the girls by rapping, and I was always jealous that he was like in charge. So that's why I started making music. I was like, let me take this professionally and seriously.
But now you're into EDM though.
Yeah, I'm into everything. There's really nothing that aside from country is probably like the only genre that I haven't touched on, but I will soon because I like country.
The country song.
The which one?
Was it Lil Nas X? The country.
Yeah, Lil Nas. Yeah, exactly. That was cool. See, something like that, like something like fused together.
But so basically, you got in the industry when you were still in the womb.
Yeah, since day one, I've been told a bunch of times that like through it, my mother's entire pregnancy, they played music to her stomach. So like, I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it.
How hard is it to be in a relationship and be an entertainer?
As long as you're an honest person, it's not hard at all. I'm pretty transparent and I'm an open book. So any relationship that I've been in, they more or less know what they're getting into and getting involved in, because I don't like to hide things. I think it's really important to be, especially in with like what music brings and entertainment brings, and like especially what people think it brings. It's very important to be transparent if you want to, to have a lasting relationship. So I think the more transparent you are, the more clear you are, and the more you have. Everybody's got to have their boundaries and make sure they set them. That's truly important.
What about the jealousy factor? Like, in the beginning, everyone's cool and everyone's like, oh, like, I'm okay with you going on tour. I'm okay with you doing this and everything. And once they start catching feelings, it's like, oh no, the groupies, everything. Oh no.
I think that comes with being honest. I think, like, for example, something as small as not answering phone calls, like when
phone calls. Even
yeah, I mean, if I spend an entire day not answering phone calls, clearly I might be doing something wrong. So I think, like I said, it's just being transparent and letting people know. Especially me, like I work with a lot of porn stars as well. So like people are always making the assumption that all I do is sleep with like a bunch of women and stuff like that. So
you're Colombian, and you're sexy.
I like sex, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather, if I'm in a relationship, I like my partner to be involved all the way. That's another thing. Is like I wouldn't date a girl that's like completely prude or doesn't want to be, have like my kind of fun. So I got to make sure that whoever I'm with, my kind of fun is I'm a free soul. I'm a free spirit. So maybe I want to bring somebody into the mix, or maybe it could be anything. I don't really have limitations on whatever I'm feeling, but my partner has to know that's how I am, otherwise it wouldn't make sense for her to be my partner.
So are you into open relationships, polyamorous or like monogamous? Which one are you?
I think I'm in a monogamous relationship that has the door open for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely take my partner seriously. I respect what she says or what she wants, but at the same time, like I said, she knows what she's getting into with me. So if I may feel the need to open up to something more, I'm hoping that she agrees, you know.
What if
That's
she
all I
says
can say.
no?
I can't force anybody to not do what they want to do, you know, but
So what's a deal breaker for you then?
a deal breaker is when we're not in agreement with enough things. You know what I'm saying? Like if I see uh if I see things that I want and my partner doesn't want these things, and I keep running into brick walls with them, then we're clearly not on the same page, and we're clearly not meant to be uh together. So that's really the deal breaker for me. I don't really have like a set in stone deal breaker, because especially in relationships, you have to be able to find the medium. You have to be able to come to an agreement and an understanding, because not everybody's the same. But if I start getting the feeling that we're just not on the same page, that would be my deal breaker.
That's a good deal breaker. Communication is everything.
100%. All my failed relationships have been lack of communication. So
From your part or their part?
both,
But I see
but
Caleb, so obviously it can't be you.
no, it's never me. But I've learned a lot. I've been through so many relationships that I've definitely learned a lot about. Like I said, transparency is my biggest thing at this point, because I don't like surprises. I don't like to surprise people, and I don't like headaches. So I try to avoid any kind of uh anything that's gonna get my mind off of what my focus is on.
Would you take your partner on tour with you and stuff?
Yeah, I would definitely take my partner on tour with me.
Oh wow.
I take my partner anywhere. We could go to the club, swingers club, on tour. We can go to wherever.
Oh,
Like,
I love
if
swingers clubs. Not New
there's
York, 'cause they're creepy as shit, but I don't know how it is in Miami.
they're a little weird.
Yeah, because I've been to like a few in New York, and it's just like all the guys are standing around watching and like jerking off and stuff, and I'm like,
It could be weird. Listen, I like to experience things. So for me, like, I don't knock anything till I try it, but I'm definitely open to
or
living life as
twice.
as,
You tried
as
it
much as I
twice, huh?
can.
Where's the weirdest place you've had sex in?
The weirdest place I've had sex in. That's a damn good question. I've had so much sex that I don't know what would be considered weird at this point. I
Name
I don't
one.
I
Anything.
maybe the swingers club.
That's not weird.
It's not weird. You're right, but it's weird. It's weird. It's weird when you think about just fucking somebody at a bar.
That's true. I mean, but that's so like everyone does it now. It's like, is that really weird?
That's what I'm saying. It's weird is perspective. For me, weird, like, I don't know. I might fuck you at a restaurant. That might be weird to somebody, but maybe I was just horny. I don't know.
Right. Listen, if you want it, you want it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not weird to me.
Right. That's because we're cool. So,
Facts.
but how do you feel if a girl like has sex with you on the first date? Like, because a lot of people are like, oh, that's a hoe or whatever, blah, blah, blah. To me, I feel like we're all adults. If we want it, we want it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't I don't I don't knock anybody. I've definitely slept with a handful of people on first dates, and I've never really looked. It's an embodiment of thing. It's like how you act beforehand, afterwards. That's really what makes somebody a hoe. But I
Right.
definitely think that I'm an adult enough, and people are adult enough to make their own decisions, and based off what they need or want, they can do that. Like, I
Right.
don't I don't I don't know. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
And sometimes it turns into a long-term relationship.
Exactly. That's some of
That
the
ever
best
happened
people
to
that
you?
I've slept with on the first night.
Me
So, because
too.
sometimes people for a while, and then you go out with them after a long time, and then sleep with them on the first night. So it's kind of not, and then sometimes you just meet somebody that first time and sleep with them on the first night. There's different ways to sleep with somebody on the first night, I guess.
Different ways. Do tell. Explain.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for
Want to
example,
know
like
what people want to know. Hold on.
like, I might have known somebody for a long period of time, and never gone out with them. Like, maybe somebody through friends or through
Right.
social media, and then you go out one night and you kind of feel like that person long enough that you're comfortable to sleep with somebody that first night. And then there's
Right.
also times when you meet somebody at a club and just take them home and sleep with them the first night. It don't make somebody a bad person or a hoe, because they feel
If the
comfortable enough
connection
to
is
do
there
so.
and the energy is there,
Yeah,
why?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, people have their own radar and gauges of who they can trust and who they feel comfortable with.
Would you only date into like people in the entertainment industry, or do you prefer somebody that's not in the entertainment industry?
I prefer somebody I feel a connection with. I don't really have like set flags and markers like where I don't want somebody that's a singer, I don't want somebody that's a lawyer. Like listen, you could work at fucking McDonald's. If me and you connect on that level, we have a great time together, we make each other better, then that's what's important to me. Like, you know, where somebody is today doesn't mean that's where they're going to end up. So I'm
Right.
not against being with somebody on their come up, you know, on their
But
growth.
do you feel that like somebody that's in the same industry as you, like doesn't have to be the music industry, but the entertainment, they get the lifestyle. They get like it's not a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? It's not like it could be last minute things coming up.
Yes and no, because there's also levels to that. You know, like there's a lot of people that want to be to certain levels and may act like certain levels, or there's certain people that may get jealousy. I've had a lot of relationships with entertainers that end up jealous of my success, or maybe feel like I should be doing more for them, or you know, and then things, like I say, we're not on the same page. Eventually things got to end up, you know, dissolving. But for me, it's like I said, it's not so much like a pick or don't pick. I go based off energy. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. If we make each other better, uh I can't ask for more.
When are you coming to New York? No.
Soon. I'll be there soon.
Yes. What's the we let's see. Hold on, I have my questions. Let me
Good.
ask my let's
Hee
see.
hee. Dangerous book of questions.
I hope you're ready. Let's see. How did your first time go?
How did my first time go?
Yeah, how old were
I
you?
I was 12 years old. I
Oh
snuck
wow.
out of my house. Well, before I snuck out of my house, I threw on all black, black shoes, black shirt. I snuck out my
You
window,
were
and
robbing somebody?
I had to run 2 miles in the dark to fucking get to the girl's house. I went in through her window, and her parents caught us.
Oh
So
my god. Did you get in trouble? Did they kick you out? What happened?
no, it was just more.
Snitch?
They were more like there's more funny, like, and it's like now that I look back at it, like they were just
Oh
more
yeah, now
clowning
you can
us.
laugh about it. I'm sure you weren't laughing then.
Oh no, I wasn't laughing. I was going crazy. I was like, well, why is this happening to me?
Oh wow. Was the girl older or younger than you?
She was older than me.
Wow, how old?
I think she was like 14 or 15.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's not cute when you're 12. You're like, oh shit, I'm finally getting some.
Finally lost my virginity. Yes.
Yes.
No, my first time was shih tzu. Don't worry.
How old were you when you first lost your virginity?
15.
Oh, not
He
bad.
was a virgin
That's a good
too.
number.
I wasn't a late bloomer. He was a virgin too. We had no idea what we were doing. So, and my dad was upstairs. It was in the basement. I was a
Listen,
rebel.
I can't claim to be a professional my first time either.
I don't think anybody can. If anybody does, they're lying.
Yeah, facts. I watched a lot of porn at 12, so I thought I did. I was like, oh, I
Really?
know I'm about to do it like this, and then I just
Just
don't.
what?
I gotta have that conversation with that girl still. Like, I want to go back to that and be like, listen, so how was it?
Do you still
I
keep in
haven't
touch
had
with her
that.
or no?
Huh?
Do you still keep in touch with her or no?
Uh, we're acquaintances.
You don't want to fuck her again just to see if it's good?
No.
It was shit the first time. I'm
Yeah,
good.
that was so long ago. I don't even like. I'm way past that.
So, what's the most random porn like topic that you watched?
What's the most random porn topic that I watched?
Mhm.
Listen, anytime I watch porn, I scroll till I see something I like. I'm not a big topic guy. Like, I
Well,
don't,
you
I
watch
don't, I don't,
movies?
I don't have like a set porn. I just see what I like. I'm like, oh, that look like a good fucking. That looks good. All right, I like.
So, what you scroll until like you're up to page 46? Like, oh yeah,
No, I can't get that far. That's a lot of that's a lot of patience to
that's
go through 46
dedication.
pages.
That's
Yeah,
dedication right
that's
there.
patience. That's patience. You're like, yo, let me get through 46 pages. God damn, you got to be really fucking picky to go through that many pages.
Seriously. So, there's no
I
like
don't have
mission
that much time.
sequence? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. There's no like midget porn that you watch, like nothing.
No, no,
I'm scared
weird.
that
Okay, so weird wise. Let me think.
yeah, the people want to know. Well, I want to know.
No, I really don't think. I don't think I have anything weird. Like I like girl on girl, of course. I like fucking Latina. There's nothing because I watch it all. Like I watch black on
Russians?
white, white on black,
You don't
Latina,
like
Asian.
Russians?
The what?
You don't like Russians? Shit.
Russians? Hell yeah, Russians are fucking hot.
I
I
know. Thank
love
you.
Russian girls.
I
Russians
know.
are.
Thank you.
I have a thing for Russian girls. I love Russian girls, but
Colombians and Russians, we
I've
gotta.
never thought to search Russian. I don't have a lot of time, so if
You're
I'm watching
taking
porn,
notes.
I'm like,
You're taking notes right now.
yeah, that's probably the first thing I'm gonna search later on. Like, I'm a Russian porn. I'm like, I'm gonna text you and be like, thank you for putting me onto this because
Thank
this is
you. Just
amazing.
Google Lana Love. You'll find me.
There you go. Nothing
There
wrong
you
with that.
go. How do you kiss your partner after oral sex? Like after she goes down on you and like you come and stuff?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, but like, I don't fucking kiss her with nut on her fucking face. You know, like if that's the fucking question. But yeah, I don't have no problem. That's my body.
What
My
about
dick is.
on the
Listen, I
lips?
always say this to people. I'm like, people always wash their hands after they pee. I'm like, man, I gotta wash my hands before and after because my dick is
Thank
probably the
you.
cleanest part of my body, and my hands are probably the dirtiest part of my body. So I don't understand that whole thought process of like I'm gonna wash my hands after I clean my dick. Like, no,
You
that's a
gotta think before
disservice.
and after. Like
That's a disservice to your dick to touch your dick with your dirty hands.
right. Like even before during the pandemic, the whole thing with the hand sanitizer, I'm like, you people don't know how to wash their hands. Like you should have knew this before the pandemic.
Yes. It shouldn't happen. Shouldn't have waited till COVID to wash your fucking hands.
Right, like, so how dirty were you? I'm like, shit, I wash my hands all the fucking time. I'm like, what? And the whole toilet paper, but that's a whole different topic.
Yes,
Let's
it is.
see. Are you the big spoon or the little spoon with cuddling?
I'm both.
Depends
I
on
don't
your
have.
mood.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it just depends on. You know, I'm more concerned on which side I feel like sleeping on than being the big spoon or little spoon.
Oh no,
Like
I
it just.
have my set side.
Well, I like to sleep on one side, but just depends on if I turn to another side. Like if I turn against, then I'm little spoon. If I turn towards it, I'm big spoon. Like like I don't.
But I hate cuddling though, because I move around a lot. So I'm just
Got you.
like,
No,
oh, just
I
give me
like
my
cuddle.
space.
I like when a girl press her ass against me.
I'm sure you do.
That usually leads to fun.
That usually does. It doesn't lead to sleeping.
No, it does. It better not.
Then it's not the right girl.
Then we're not on the same page.
Exactly. Has a woman ever paid the bills for you?
Bills,
Yes.
like is in plural. I've had I've had a lot. Like the past couple relationships I've had very grateful women in my life that have liked to treat me to certain things. So I haven't had any cheap women or people that are ungrateful. And when I mean ungrateful, I mean it could just be something a dinner out of nowhere, and it's like, you know what, let me treat you tonight. So I'm grateful for situations like that. I definitely don't ask to be paid for, you know what I'm saying? And most of the times I'm taking care of everything. I usually go under the assumption that I'm taking care of everything. So like I said, I am grateful.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be. I
What
definitely
about
was
a sugar
raised right.
mama situation?
The what?
A sugar mama situation.
No, that I haven't had. I would have loved to have gone that route though. Might have made things a little bit easier.
Yeah, but you know what? It comes with the price. So you might
It
not
does,
want it.
of course. Yeah, that's another thing. I definitely like living life on my terms 100%.
Because then it wouldn't be on your terms.
Yeah,
It would
100.
be like,
That PlayStation 5 might not be worth it.
no, because then it would be like they own your dick pretty much.
Of course. Yeah, see, I don't need all that. I don't need anybody with ownership that I don't want to give ownership to.
Exactly.
Especially not for a PlayStation.
No, I'm sure not. Maybe a studio.
Maybe a Ferrari.
I'll take a Ferrari.
I'll take a Ferrari.
Everyone has a price.
Everyone, did you see? Both of us just sold out for a Ferrari instantly.
We kill our souls, exactly.
We were already picking out colors.
Red, like your beard.
Like we're gonna go with red. Two-door.
Red, pink is my favorite color. We could go there. My birthday's in July if you want to get me something.
We're both Cancers?
No, I'm a Leo.
Oh, I'm a Cancer. Oh, Leos are
So
dangerous.
sorry. Leos are the best.
My son over here asking for TV time. I'll let him come in. He like to be on interviews for some reason.
I love it. I need a puppy in my life.
Oh my goodness! And then of course the other one gets jealous. Sorry, if they don't get on TV for at least a second, they be bothering me about. They be on my leg like, what you doing?
They could come on instead of you. No. What has a partner taught you in the bedroom?
What has a partner told me in the bedroom?
You.
To what?
What did they teach you in the bedroom?
Oh, what does a partner teach me in the bedroom?
Yeah.
I'm not against. I can recall a handful of times that I've asked certain questions because I like to please my partner. Like for me, I get off on how much my partner is pleased. I'm not the type of person to like. I'm not like let me nut and get the fuck out. I'm very like more concerned about my partner and wanting to make sure that they're taken care of because that's what really turns me on. Like if I see you fucking moaning and screaming and twitching and turning, that's what's gonna turn me on.
You're not a Cancer, are you?
Why is that?
You're more like a Leo.
Why? Was a Cancer selfish?
I think so. I don't know about any other time.
We're very giving people.
Emotional too.
We are emotional, but that's why I'm concerned with your emotions. It's like I need to make sure
that much more now. I'm gonna fly to Miami tonight.
There you go. Plane ticket. I live right near the airport.
Perfect. I don't even need to go far.
There you go.
So what have they taught you?
It's not so much taught as guiding, like where I'm like, I'll ask questions like, do you like this more? Do you like that? But I won't ask during it, but I'll definitely ask like in conversation so that when I do get to it, I know how to make you come faster. It's like, that's really the ultimate goal. Shit.
Or multiple times?
Yeah, or multiple times.
Do you speak Spanish in bed?
I speak everything.
Because you could say "fuck you," "I hate you" in Spanish. To me, it just sounds so sexy. I'm like,
oh, that's noted.
Yeah, exactly. Do you dirty talk in bed?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. I'm an aggressive person in the bedroom, if I can be. So I want to what?
So you like it rough?
Yeah, why not?
Have you ever tied anybody up?
Have I? Yeah, I've definitely tied up. There's much I don't think that I haven't done.
What was it? What was that like?
Exciting. I've been tied up. I've tied people up. Like,
how was it when you were tied up? What was the worst experience that you had? I know you have one.
I haven't had a bad experience. It's just fucking torture, is what it is. But that's a good torture. It's like an intended torture. I'm not being tied up in my sleep. I'm asking you to tie me up. I'm like, go ahead, tie me up, torture me,
no,
and then fuck me.
I don't let anybody tie me up. That's the thing. It's the trust factor for me. I'm like, what if I get tied up and they leave?
Well, you can't have somebody random tie you up. But that's a different story. Like you definitely don't sleep with somebody on the first night and have them tie you up. That's asking for it. Yeah, you're just gonna get left there hanging against the bedpost like this.
Right? Please help me, please.
And they're gonna walk out with your TV and your snacks.
Pretty much like, haha, got you now, bitch.
Exactly.
I watched too much SVU. What about anal sex? Do you like it? Not for you to give, obviously.
I'm not like against it, but I don't like chase it. I really love pussy. So for me, pussy is like the ultimate win, like I like to eat pussy and I like to fuck pussy. I don't have nothing against anal, but it's not what I'm chasing.
If
it's there, it's there.
For you? Has anal ever gone wrong for you?
No, thank fucking God. That might be one of the reasons why I don't chase it, because I'm like, you know what? I don't want to have a bad
In
situation.
the back of your head, like, please don't shit on me. Please don't shit.
That's one thing that's one story I'm glad that I can't tell.
Oh,
Because I've
good.
heard some horror stories and I'm like, man, I just don't know if
So
I'd
did
be able to
I.
have sex for a while.
Would it traumatize you?
I don't know, but I'm scared it would. Why
Uh,
not?
that's true. Do you find first dates fun or stressful?
Fun.
Why?
Because you get to fucking really like see what the other person's, like for me, I'm such a weird and unique person. I know I have a lot of quirks to me and I know I have a lot of very fucking weird things about me. So being able to like fuck with somebody and see how much of that they can accept and take of me is in a sense in a fun game to me, because I'm like, either this is gonna work or not, but we're gonna find out one way or another.
But don't you think that first dates is like more of an interview type of thing? And like sometimes the person doesn't really show you who they really are. The
Well,
first dates they show
how
you the
about
best.
this? I'm not a very when I give my time to anybody, I gotta make sure that I know what you about already. Like I've already pre-interviewed you before I'm gonna give you that first date.
How's that?
Because I'm gonna look into you. I'm gonna see what you're about. I'm not gonna. I
So you're gonna
very rarely in my life have ran into somebody that I've just dated out the norm. Like, hey, let's go out. Like, no, I kind of I need to know a little bit about you before I even sit down with you.
so you do your research like on Instagram and stuff and
Yeah, I
everything.
mean, I skim through things. Like I'm not fucking paying a detective, but I'm gonna see. If I'm gonna see what you're about. If I don't like what you're selling, then I'm not buying. I'm not gonna waste your time on my time. And
Did
if
you
I
ever
just
get
want to fuck, I'm
that?
gonna say I just want to fuck. Like
I
I'm
like
definitely
that
not.
though. I respect the honesty because you know what? Nowadays, like most guys, girls, or whatever, like they'll play a game. Like if you want to just have sex, say you just want to have sex. If you want just a casual relationship, say that. Like I respect the honesty more than
Of
anything.
course. But this is why I feel like I've been blessed for so long and with girls, with women and relationships, because of my honesty. Like that factor alone, and hearing their fucking horror stories of dealing with other men. Like I'm not here to knock any other guy, but I'm not them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna be truthful, even if it hurts you. But one thing you're not gonna say about me is I played you, threw you for a loop, or put you in a position that you ain't want to be in. Your legs are up in the air because you asked for it. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
I'm
you would
not.
tell a chick like if you're with the chick, you would tell her, listen, I'm going to fuck somebody else right now. Let's say, like I'm
No,
on tour or whatever.
uh,
Like
nah, because I would consider that to be cheating, unless the girl is okay
it
with
is
me doing
cheating.
that. That's what I'm saying. Like I would rather involve my girl to be involved with another girl.
How do you deal with the groupies though? If you're like in a relationship,
By being a gentleman, I don't mistreat anybody or try anybody. I'll be honest and I'll be
because
like,
I'm
hey,
sure you
listen,
have groupies.
I'm in a relationship. If my girl fucks with you and you're down with being with me and my girl, we can get this popping. Like it's very easily cleared up. Like me playing games is A, gonna only do two things: put me in a bad position, B, make my partner upset, and C, maybe upset the person that I'm dealing with. So why have three headaches? I'm not
And
gonna go
also
through all of
have
that.
them expose you. The internet is shit right now.
Exactly. That's one reason why I've never been hated on or exposed, because I'm, like I said, I'm transparent. So you're not gonna be able to expose something that's clear. Like that's
I
just the way it
respect
is.
that so much so because nowadays you don't see that. Everyone tries to play a game and stuff and everything.
Of course.
So
And
how do you take
a
your
lot of my
space?
friends are like that.
Really?
Of
A lot
course.
of mine
A
are
lot of
too.
a
Like,
lot of my guy friends are in my eyes dirt bags. But that's neither here nor there. That's not like what I say. What you fuck don't make me nuts, so it ain't my issue. I'm
right.
just speaking on what it is. But a lot of people, when they ask me for advice, they laugh because they're like, "Why would you say that? That's so truthful." And I'm like, "Why would you not say that?"
Because the truth will actually set you free. Like, you don't have to worry about the lie or be like, fuck, what did I tell this person? Like, I don't remember what I said. The truth is the truth. And like, you don't need to remember anything.
I remember I was in a relationship a long time ago that I wanted a threesome with, and I didn't know how to say that for like a year and a half. And when I finally got around to saying
a year and a half to say it.
Yeah, I mean, this is I'm not here at this point where I'm at now by just getting here. Like, I definitely went through a lot of bad relationships. I definitely learned a lot about myself. I definitely learned a lot about people by going through my process. But just that story alone, like when I finally came clean, we clearly weren't on the same page or wanted the same things. You know what I'm saying? And then the second time that I came clean to a woman, she wanted it, and instantly it happened. The whole time she didn't think I wanted. So like those type of situations are what made me become what I am, and like being able to be so honest and forthcoming with women, because I don't want to have to go through that.
But what if you had a partner and they wanted to fuck you and your friends? How would you feel?
Like my guy friends?
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't going down.
But they can fuck your girlfriends.
Who could my girl? I don't think I'd have any girlfriends that I want my girl to fuck with me, because then
So
it
how do
wouldn't
you
be
do
really.
threesomes?
Running into people, like for example, if
You
we
just
go
run
out.
into somebody, hey, you want a threesome?
Well, how about this? If we go out to a club, and some girl, we invite somebody to our table and we're having a good time, and it seems like we've all vibing, bring the conversation up, like, hey, you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's more or less how you discover somebody. I don't really believe in keeping it in the circle. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I
think that
agree with you 100%.
I think that sets the tone for bad things, and I think that it's too much entanglement.
It sets you up for failure.
Yeah, I don't want my girl to be like, "Oh, you're hanging out with your friend? Are you fucking?" Like, no, I want there to be a clear cut understanding of where we stand. So that would be
Where were you my
me.
whole life?
The what?
Where were you my whole life?
In Miami, you were in New York.
You gotta come here.
I
It's
like
cold
New York.
now. It's cold now.
I want to go where the snow is.
Really? I want to go where the heat is. We could change.
I got you. We'll trade spots.
Yes!
I'll leave the pets here. You take care of them.
No problem. Don't threaten me with a good time. Shit. What are tips on dating an entertainer? Tips on dating you?
Being supportive in a sense of asking what an entertainer needs. Like I know I've had two types of relationships that didn't work out, and it's either the ones that completely disassociate themselves from an artist, like I don't want to know anything, just come home and I'll cook and we can be together. And I've also had the ones that make too many assumptions. So the biggest thing you can do is educate yourself and ask questions. Now, with that being said, not every person and every artist is as honest as I am. So good luck. But the best thing you can do is ask questions. Like I definitely wish a lot of my past relationships I would have had a better partner, in a sense of like being there for me, congratulating me, having my back, and just seeing little things. Like, for example, the relationship that I'm in now, there's a lot of times where I got to jet out, and my partner knows ahead of time the things that I may need to have done before I'm leaving out the door. She's making sure that I got my fucking bag right, my wallet right, my keys right, my gun right. Like they're making my life easier.
Right.
And in turn, I'll return the same, for them in many different ways. But that's a big thing. It's like, you don't want to be an anchor to weigh me down. I need you to help me up, to help me win, so that we can continue having fun and enjoying life's, my hard work.
I agree. And like the person needs to be secure within themselves as well too. Because it's not easy dating an entertainer.
It's not. It's not. And if you're a jealous person, you definitely shouldn't try even dating an entertainer in any sense.
9 to 5.
It's like guys. I don't understand when guys date dancers and they're jealous.
Right.
That don't make no sense to me. So, but we don't all rationalize properly and think things through.
Well, I mean, I was in a relationship when I was shooting and stuff, and like in the beginning they were all cool with it, you know what I mean, and everything, like, oh, I'm dating a porn star, whatever, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, I'm going out to shoot. No, the fuck you're not. What?
Yeah, it's like it wears off on them.
Yeah,
And
but
then
I'm
they
like, this
and
is
then
how
they
you
want to
met
change
me,
you.
though.
That I don't ever understand that whole let me change you to the person that I want you to become. That don't make no sense. I
Why
either like
change
somebody
yourself
for
if
who
you're
they
just
are.
beating each other up?
Yeah, like I'm either gonna emphasize what you do and make it better, or I'm just gonna move on. I'm not gonna. There's too many people in this world for me to get bent over or hung over hung up on somebody that that isn't exactly what I want. A
So
lot
do
of people just base things off looks, or sex. They're like, man, we have great sex. I need her to be like this. Like, nah, man, you know what? You have great sex with her, but you might have great sex with a bunch more too. Like,
But
stop
after
being
a
so
while,
fucking lazy.
looks fade too. Like looks fade. Like after a while, the looks could fade too. Because let's say you guys don't get along, that person turns ugly to you.
Yeah, and also sex. Like, sex is always great at first, but do you want to continue having sex with this person for 2 years? Are you gonna fucking, like there's a lot to relationships and love and stuff like that that people don't think of in long terms, and that's why I think people should be open to say, look, let's date, let's be in a relationship, or let's just fuck. Like,
Right.
call it what it is, call a spade, because you're gonna benefit a lot more off being honest, and you're gonna have a lot less of a headache off being honest.
That's true.
Not to say that you won't have any problems, because I've been very open and still had.
We all have stupid dumbass problems, but like if you tell the truth, then it'll be a lot easier.
And you got to know that if you fuck good, you're gonna have a headache no matter what.
That's a fact. I got A1 pussy, so I know I have a headache.
I have A1 dick, so I know that I've had my share.
See, we mesh so well. Do you think you could have it all, love and success?
Yes, 100%. I definitely have that right now. So I'm
Congratulations.
proven that it can happen as long as you love the things that you love, right? As long as you live right, I think in life you don't really have any fears. God's always going to give you ups and downs to appreciate the opposite. So that's just life. You gotta take one with the other, or else don't take either. Like that's one thing that life is definitely about. I've learned very fast that the hardest days are also the most beautiful days.
Right.
If you don't have these really ugly, fucking terrible days where everything goes wrong, you really won't be able to appreciate when it does go right. So you need the yin and the yang.
100%. Where could people find you?
On Pornhub, on you. No, I was kidding.
No, OnlyFans.
8th Street Latinas. I'm the easiest person to find at Dashius Clay with everything. DashiusClay.com, at Dashius Clay, Dashius Clay search, anything.
And the best recording artist producer ever.
Yes.
Thank you so much. This was
Thank you for
amazing.
having me. I'm so honored to be here with
I'm
you, and I
honored
love
that
it.
you're here. Now you gotta come to New York.
I'm definitely heading to New York soon, so you'll hear from me very soon.
Yes, and be in studio and stuff.
Yes, definitely.
Yay!
Thank you so much for having me. It was a blessing to be with you.
Yes.
Be great.
You. Bye.
Bye.
Tourist.